go, go. 2 liters remaining.
I don't see you.
So, es geht los in die Einführungsrunde. Schöner Single-File, 100 km maximal. Maximal 3 Fahrzeuglängen Abstand zum Vordermann, das wäre sehr schön. Dass alles eine saubere, entspannte Einführungsrunde hinkriegen und wir dann erst den Doppelfall hinbauen können. Ist gleich dran.
So, everything okay on your side?
Yeah, fine.
No, just so. I can talk a little bit in Outlet right now. So, welcome to TANGO Racing, Team 42 stream. William is in the car in the Ferrari 488 GT3, and we are in the out lap for, or starting lap for the DGTM race, 100 minutes at Spa-Francorschamps. William did the qualifying lap and qualified on P8.
488 bitte näher ranfahren, danke.
So rather good position for us. Fastest Ferrari again, by far. And he will do the first stint and then we have a pit stop and I will take over for the second stint. That's the plan.
Nochmal zur Info, maximal 3 Fahrzeuglängen bitte näher aufschließen, die hinteren.
Just to let you know, the 2 guys ahead of you, they don't have very much, very high safety rating. 2.7, 2.8. Guys behind of you are perfect 5s.
Normally very interesting.
Yeah, well, he's experienced here. Leandro, I don't know, I haven't. Doesn't ring a bell. But he has 5,500 iRating, so he should know what he's doing.
Yeah.
So, wir erreichen hier das Gridschild. Virtuelle Gridschild, bitte jetzt die 2x2 Formation einnehmen. Wir gehen runter auf 50 km/h, plus minus 5 km/h. Und das wird ab jetzt vom Führenden gehalten. Platz 2 kann noch ein bisschen vorziehen. Einen sauberen Doppelfall, das heißt Platz 2 kann sich vorziehen. Noch ein Stück. So passt das. Perfekt. Und die Höhe halten, wenn es geht. Wir einen sauberen Doppelpfeil haben. Genau, alles andere auch dann schön nah beieinander. Im hinteren Feld kann das noch ein bisschen besser werden, ein bisschen näher.
You can catch up a little bit to the front.
Genau, so wird das doch langsam.
Hold your line. Still there. He's still there. Still there. Still there.
Go a bit closer in the front, you need to be more ahead.
P2 bitte auf gleicher Höhe vom P1, das wäre nett.
Still there. Still there.
Yeah, could go even closer if you want.
I don't like
Quite a bit.
Still there.
Yeah. But I mean, you almost lose a position against HEUSINKVELD already if you stay so much ahead. No, it's perfect.
Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. You're still there. Hold your line. You're still there. Still there.
Und ab der
Still
Brücke
there.
dürft ihr beschleunigen. Viel Spaß, viel
Hold your
Erfolg
line.
und bleibt sauber.
Still there. Hold your line.
Off they go.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear. Car right. Still there. You're still there. You're still there. Clear right. On your right. You're still there. Clear right. Car right. Still there. Right side's clear.
Good job.
Thank you.
Well, there was a big crash in the back. Fact, it's 29 degrees.
The main speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
But you're sure we have to change tires?
7th position.
Down.
increase to 1.1.
Looks like you are faster than everybody behind you. So, looks good.
Yeah.
The gap in front is now 1.1. Watch your speed limit in the pits.
No, no, no.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 1.6 seconds.
This looked like slalom skiing.
Chicane, you mean?
Yeah. You threw it around.
E7. 218.35. The gap ahead is now 2.4. Just done a 219.17. Good lap. That's your quickest today. The gap in front is increasing. It's now 2.8. Increased to 3.4 seconds. Watch your speed limit in pits. The car ahead has just done a 218.74. seconds. Look out for the pit speed limit. The leader's just done it. 218.20. Okay, Big G. Your lap times are pretty consistent. Time was at 219.40. Sector 1 is 0.32 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.42 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.46 off the pace.
So what do you think about the tires?
Front is now 3.2 seconds.
Yeah, it won't surprise me if you just double stint them now. Give it a try.
Because I think that the most teams are going to continue, and I'm not so sure if I'm that much faster if we get new tires to catch up 30 seconds.
I don't know. Maybe we have to gamble.
How much did you have left when you did the full stint?
Above 50.
I guess you were pushing more than you do now, and temperature now I think it's colder as well.
Yeah.
Because so far most of the time it sounds like you drive quite reasonable, careful on tires.
I'm trying.
I think we should stick with the tires then. Worst case is that I'm going to have slower lap times because the tires are gone, but overall I think it's still better than changing them. Woo! if there's still going to be a car where I can keep the tires.
The gap ahead is now 3.7. Lap time was at 2:19.25. Okay, Big G, gaining on this car. The gap is 3.7. What's your speed? Well, that was at 2:19.34. 1.6. Behind has now decreased to 3.8. That was a 219.21. Lap times are pretty consistent. Alright, Big G, you're gaining on the car in front. The gap's now 3.7.
Can you please check your fuel calculator? 66.
That last lap was at 219.29.
And just for your information, an Urano guy, Nick Schultenbrissemann, is going to catch up. He's one between you, but yeah.
The gap behind is now 3.7 seconds. was 219.24. The guy behind has just done a 218.30. The gap in front is now 4.5.
Nick behind you is almost a second faster per lap, so yeah, you had.
Great.
I would suggest just let him by as fast as quick as possible.
The gap behind is now 2.9. The leader was just done a 217.93. Look out for the pit speed limit. You've just done a 219.27.
Half time.
Yeah, 7 more laps.
Yep.
The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 1.7 seconds. Watch your speed. inside. Clear right. Watch your speed limit in the pits. Okay, Big G, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
Ga het ook even dan.
Sorry?
Mooie flesje.
Watch your speed limit in the pits. On your right.
It's coming for you.
Clear right.
Oh my gosh, that was close. He's inside.
Car right. Hold your line, right side's clear.
We almost had a crash at the chicane.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. He was going for the inside, basically dive bombing you, and pulled back the very last moment, and was basically touching you in the rear.
I think I left enough space.
Yeah, not in the right-hand corner of the chicane. But he was too late there, basically. I mean, you made him move over the sausage curb, otherwise he would have crashed you. Well, we have to be thankful that he stayed safe there. This could have gone very wrong. I wrote the timestamp in the chat, you can rewatch after the race. And then get your heart attack afterwards. So...
P8.
3 more laps, right?
Yeah.
The gap in front is now 2.1 seconds. Torres is getting closer. The gap is now 2.1. Look out for the pit speed limit. I think P6 has binned it in the chicane.
Another very fast guy from behind started P22. It's not correct, he gained 22 positions. Anyway, coming from the back, he's fast.
all over you. Keep your exit speeds up, stay smooth. Car right. He's still there. Hold your line. Clear right.
Oh, he surprised me a bit there.
Looked a bit
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
well, let's let him drive.
Yeah, no, it's good. There's another Sebastian is also coming, 22 positions from behind.
Yeah, sorry.
They will catch us as well, for sure.
Well, I'm coming in.
Okay.
Looks like P3's gone off in the chicane. Yellow flag, caution.
What was that?
Oh my gosh, good. Box. Yes, good. I'm not reviewing that, I just want to get ready. So we stay on the tires.
Torres, behind is pitting.
Well, 59 is the worst. Right front.
Okay. Very nice stint. Good driving.
Yeah, that's good. Good luck.
There's traffic behind. Watch your mirrors.
Why do I have an Orano guy behind me again?
It's Nick Schultz missing on again. Maybe they made the tires.
Left side, clear left.
I'm not taking any chances.
Nick jumped quite a
Come on, Nick G.
Sorry?
Keep pushing. Right, get in back.
jumped quite a few positions. Hopefully the tires will.
You needed almost about half of the incident limited, Stra. I have about 12 left or so.
15 left.
15 left. Okay. Ooh. Where are the brakes?
E7. seconds.
A guy behind me changed tires, at least 2. He has more than 40 seconds stand time.
Yeah, it's quite a lot in front of us.
There's no way I can hold him off.
No, you're in 7th position, so
Let's see how it develops. Guys behind them, I don't think they changed, so they are the same problem like we then, later on, or now already.
Exits. Car right. He's still there. Still there. Right side's clear. Come on, don't let him get away. There's an incident in the chicane. We think it might be Schmidt. Eighth place. Stay between the lines, please, Big G.
no.
Where are they? It's exactly the same shit happened in practice. Catch the first drift and then the second there's nothing you can do the whole days. It just keeps off like...
Yeah, you went off the curb.
Yeah, but I had the drift. This is like, okay, of course, initially it was my mistake, but I had the initial drift and then the second one is just the rears, they don't have any grip whatsoever. It's crazy shit.
Still there. Still there. Watch your line. Still there. Car right. Looks like P6 has gone off in. Who on? Still there. Clear right. There's a car exit the pits. Incident in La Source. The car behind is reeling you in. The gap is now 0.5. 13th place.
There's another Orano guy behind me. Where is this guy coming from? Also from the back somewhere.
Yeah.
right. Still there. Clear right. Oh, big G. Glide, defend your position. Track limits, watch those lines. Incident in the chicane.
Yeah, now there's definitely less grip than what we are used normally.
That's not that straight.
314.
Oh, 9 laps is... Yeah, we'll see. Somehow we have to manage.
It's left.
Yeah, I saw. Thanks.
I'm making a second.
Okay.
Catching the gaps now, 5.8 seconds. That lap was at 220.65. The gap ahead is now 3.4. Okay, Big G, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Come on, stop me as a shit. Try bloody hard out. 19.46.
Okay, nothing happened.
7 seconds.
So that's a good thing. Not even off track. And at the moment I keep Tim more or less 6 to 7 seconds behind me. Here it's more or less 6, 7. Towards the end it's less.
Okay.
Let's see how this develops. Oh, what happened to Tim? It's gone.
I don't know.
Okay, so the next one is 14 seconds, so that's, unless it's like an alien, an Urano alien, it should be fine.
Ah, you did the banner.
Sorry?
You did the banner.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now
Oh, fuck.
6.0 seconds. You've just done a
Really?
5.5.
Ah,
Okay, Big G.
fuck.
That's good consistency. Keep it up.
No, the behavior after this drift of the tires is absolutely ridiculous. Also, it doesn't make sense that you can catch it, you can go on like having grip and then it loses it again. You're so much slower than when you catch the drift. It doesn't make sense that you then lose it again by being much slower when you caught the drift. It's just physically completely, in my opinion, wrong. Either you lose it in the initial drift because it was just too much, okay, that's possible. But if you catch the drift and you're not snitching back into the other direction, like an over snap, but you actually stabilize the car, it has to be okay afterwards. And then it just feels like the rear is going on ice and there's nothing you can do. And I knew it already from practice, so I was like very early, full lock-in, didn't help. It's crazy. Well, at least we didn't hit a wall and nobody else. So, couple of positions is on me, sorry. But I think at least this, we should be able to bring this home.
This is way less than what I did.
Yeah. Ah, no, it doesn't matter.
Last race I fucked up.
It's difficult to see how many positions is caught because there were like a few fast guys catching up and probably would have caught us anyway. But I guess, I don't know, 4 positions at least.
Yeah, something like
Yeah, but stupid. That's probably something, if I would not have driven the 4 hours, Nürburgring Endurance Championship, but I have done more practice sessions here, chances would have been that I didn't touch that stupid curb. Because I would have get rid of or stayed more clear of it by default.
I want.
Sorry?
I want.
Yeah, you did. I know. But not now in the race, did you?
I forgot about it.
Ah, therefore. Come on, if nobody reminds me. This guy has an interesting race line. Probably a reason why off track. Why we are lapping.
The gap to Sorensen ahead is increasing. It's now 7.7 seconds.
Did you see what happened to Tim?
Yeah, he lost
Yeah, you told me, I forgot. Stupid off track I collected here, unnecessary one.
Only a few laps left. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Take advantage.
Last 3 laps according to my GRD.
Yeah, I think so.
Took quite a bit too much fuel again. Oh, there's somebody in the pit, I think. Went into the pit. Oh, no.
I don't see it.
Ah, no, I was mistaken. This guy is going super slow. Is this in front or behind us? Ah, bitte. Was a Wolf guys, no? Looked like car.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Last lap coming up. The guy waving the flag, he's like hidden behind the wall, you hardly see him. They don't even have like a stand here where they put the guy for waving the flag. Don't spin, don't spin, don't spin. Bernard, don't spin. Look, the guy in front, haha, almost went off. Did exactly the same I did, but caught it earlier.
I was about to say, I wish you did.
Sorry?
I was about to say, I wish you didn't say Peter.
Well, William, I'm very sorry. Couple of positions goes on me. one of the very, very rare mistakes. I hardly make a mistake like this. I mean, maybe I'm not the, I cannot pull off the fastest lap, but normally, like a mistake like this, just on me, it happens like twice a year or something. Really stupid. We should be top. I think top 10. We would have been top 10.
I don't think so, because you lost 12 seconds with it.
Yeah, I mean, there were at least two really fast guys coming up. They would have caught us for sure. I'm not sure if there may be 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, but we were
Three
P7,
guys.
no? So it would be 10 or 11 worst.
Yeah.
Probably again P10 maybe. Yeah, 3 positions, P10.
Yeah, but if you watch 12 seconds in front of you, it would be 12.
Okay. Yeah, maybe there was also another faster guy around us who was able to drive a bit faster than us.
Well,
Me.
maybe you could find that. We will never know.
You are another guy racing me now or what?
Ah, that's a real racing car. On that side, that's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, this stupid drift.
stupid I didn't mention it because during the stint I was doing, I was thinking about it every time. Don't go there.
If you would have mentioned it and put it on my mind, so I really like focus on avoiding it, like on purpose avoid this thing, so leave an half a meter, I wouldn't have gone there. But so yeah, well, I mean you're not, it's not your job to. Well, yes it is, but
Watch your speed limit in the pits.
yeah, you cannot.
I'm not that good at
You cannot tell me everything. It's not like, probably would have helped in this case, but you cannot think of everything. Same like I don't remind you maybe in every situation necessary that maybe back off a little bit. Did you rewatch the timestamp I sent?
Yeah, but I think he was just too late on the brakes.
Well, yeah, well, I think it was a bit misunderstanding because you left kind of space, and I
Yeah, but
think
that's
he.
my racing line, I think.
Yeah, okay. Well, you don't touch the apex there normally. I think you
Yeah,
do.
yes, I do, but when
Yeah.
I heard he was next to me, then I left a little bit space.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. In the end, it was kind of a misunderstanding. You know, they are kind of aggressive. They try to make a pass as fast as possible. So if they see anything, something like an open door, they will go for it. And I think
Yeah.
he had the idea because he was braking. You know, they were also with me. They were braking so much later and harder into the corners. So they had an advantage, and they know they can brake into this faster and shorter. And I think he thought that you leave some kind of maybe an inside door open, and he went for it, and then there was not enough space and he pulled off, but it was really, really tight. And this so I guess,
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
looks tight.
in a review, you would have to, in that case, especially with a guy like this fast, late braking Orano guys, you would have to decide before what you want to do. If you want to close the door, you really have to raise a really
Close it
tight
early.
line. Yeah, not going wide first of all, not turning in late, and then to the apex, because then there's already something like a door. So either defend or like go as close, like a little bit towards defending line, and make it really tight turn into the corner, so there's nothing like half a door open. Or go like what I did with some of them, like there also in some corners it would have, there was basically not really a situation where you normally would pass, so I would let somebody pass. because it would be easy to run inside and just block the way and go inside. But if I know they are kind of aggressive and they try to do something and then you close it, then it might be too late. So in that case, especially when I know they are much faster, I take the bullet in that corner. I say, okay, I run a bit wide, I leave the space, they will see there's a space, they will go for it, and then they are next to me, I leave the space for them and they are off. And that's the other opposite, like basically really on purpose leave space for them and they will go for the space and then they are past. But it's safe, so they see there's a door, you keep the door open and they go through the door. Or like really on purpose make it clear there's not going to be a door. But I think with those guys, when they're so aggressive, you really have to make it clear there is not going to be a door. If you do a regular race line and the race line is maybe staying a little bit outside and turning in late for a late apex or something, there's a door. They can dive bomb you there and be next to you. And then what happened with us when we braked sometimes, right? When we had fun in the practice sometimes, right? And were kind of late, maybe overshot a little bit and I'm on the inside and then suddenly I'm on the inside of you. Then you cannot go back to race line doing your late apex because suddenly there is a guy. And this by far was not so clear, but I think it was something like in between. It was not like defending, closing the door, and it was not leaving it completely open. It was something in between, and it turned out exactly like that with like something in between.
Yes.
And luckily, luckily it could have been that could easily getting a stupid touch and at least a spin or something.
Do you know what happened at the start, by the way?
Yeah, what? When?
Well, in Eau Rouge someone crashed in front of me, I think.
In front of you too? I know somebody behind you crashed. I reviewed behind you.
Yeah,
avoided.
In front of me sideways.
Yeah.
Fox guy.
I didn't. Did I review this? Yeah, one guy lost it at Eau Rouge.
The timestamp is 8 minutes and 5 seconds.
We're running on fumes, mate. Box this lap, please, Big G.
1:08.5. Oh no, 8. It's too long.
05.
Gosh, this is where is 100?
Lap 2.
8:05.
Fucking hell, that looked like it hurt. Are you alright?
Oh yeah, no, I watched this, but I didn't. I was not aware that this was in front of you. Yeah, he lost it in the left-hand corner, I think. You still in the session or not? Yeah, you went over the curbs and then lost it, huh? But there was another situation where somebody in front of you, two guys had an accident and was it the fast left-hand corner? There was another situation where you dodged like two guys crashing in front of you. Oh, this is. Have you continued to play this? When he's standing on the side and he was 90 degrees to the racetrack and he couldn't like go like a meter ahead because he would just like, cross the racetrack and the whole field was flying in side by side. So you have to stand there and watch the whole thing passing you. This is so hurtful. Ouch. That's really. Yeah. Where was my? Did you have a timestamp from my spin?
No, but I can give you.
About which lap was
31.
this? 31? Oh, where are we? Ah, here.
1:17.
This is ridiculous. If you look at this, I caught. I guess you watched it, right?
Yeah.
There's a big drift. I completely catch it. I completely catch it, and I on purpose because you have so viel space, and I know that it's a problem with the rise. I go straight, slowing down. I'm just going straight, trying to let everything stabilize, cool tires off a bit, and nothing, and then very lightly start to turn. and just the rear is going off. It looks completely bonkers. Doesn't make any sense. Catch the drift, go straight. The car is completely stable. And then
I guess it's also a bit dirty there.
oh, come on.
I don't know.
If you go wide in that corner, you go flat out through your dirt thing without an issue, right? If you go wide over this corner, you can go on outside, and you can go flat out through the corner. So that's not the thing. It's just after a big slide like that, the rear tires overheat to a point that they just basically have no grip whatsoever for like, I don't know how long, but for some seconds. And this is extremely obvious here. Because I don't even try to continue to the left. I was going really straight on purpose, like really taking this on off track anyway already, or lose control, whatever. So I didn't give a shit. I thought like, okay, just let it run straight, and then turn very slow to the left. Crazy.
Yeah.
And I have the slide. If you take a look at the speed, that's the next thing. I have the slide at 190 kilometers an hour. So I drift 190, 180. I catch the car and go straight with 160. And then I turn but really you don't even see it, to the left with 160, not even 159. And the rear goes and is lost. This is really, besides of me touching the stupid curbs, which we know it's a mistake and I should not have done that in the first place, I really blame this on the tire model 100%. If I catch the first big drift like that and go straight after that, reducing the speed like I did, it should be a perfect, safe and stable car from at that moment.
Yeah, I think so. Oh well, nothing we can do about it.
Yeah. Well, avoiding stupid curb next time, but still, I'm ranting about this tire model shit. And the tricky thing was, while catching these drifty things, I lost my black box moved, and normally I have the relatives, and then I have on one view know if somebody's coming or not, because I could have fast one would be to continue to the straight, but then I crossed the whole thing, and I didn't see the relatives at that moment.
Okay.
Anyway, good thing nobody hit me.
I've even jumped a position in the standings.
Oh, this looks even from the cockpit, from the guy behind, it looks even worse. I have to check if I gave too much throttle there, maybe. Nothing! I don't even touch the throttle and it's going off. I swear to you, this second drift took me completely by surprise. I was sure that I had this covered.
Oh well, stop watching it.
No, I have to. The minimum thing is that you have, well, it's my point of view, I review this until death, and yeah, that's the way. Yeah, that's the way you learn it. Like it has to burn it into my memory in the brain, somewhere in the back, And every time I'm going to pass this stupid corner and curve again, I'm going to leave half a meter of respect space here. At least as long as the tire model in iRacing doesn't allow to catch a drift. And the crazy thing, the first is perfectly fine. We know it's hard to catch a drift in a GT3, but I caught it perfectly fine. Everything was under control. And then this stupid overheating tire model thing kicks in, and when there should be no problem, suddenly there's nothing you can do anymore. First drift is fine, you can catch it, everything is fine.
Yeah.
Ooh,
There's someone disliking your video.
Welcome to do so. The Luis Tarifa guy who was behind me must have shit himself in that moment. Because I'm coming from the right towards the track and it looks like I'm shooting over to the left. But luckily hitting the brakes made me stop on the right side. Yeah, well, shit happens.
Yeah.
Well, we finished, and what did we finish? 14?
14th.
Well, could be better, could be
We
worse.
jumped one position for sure, I think, because the RaceFox guys, I think they were 1 point ahead of us in the standings, and they finished P19.
Okay.
So it's at least one position we won, I think.
Oh, okay. What do we have as a team now?
Sorry?
Which position do we have as a team?
I think P13.
Oh, okay.
I'm not totally sure. That's it. Yeah, P13.
Why would somebody dislike our stream? I'll jump off the balcony now.
At least this is better than what we did, what we finished last time, I think 21st or something.
Yeah, but well, this should not be our... We should like... I'm not like delusional and say like we have to win or something, but from what we can do, we should try to get the best we can do, and in this case it would have been, I guess, P10, P11 or so, without the stupid... Basically, like, we should avoid stupid mistakes, I mean, that's all. Like the Nürburgring endurance race I did, it was, from my point of view, it was I didn't had one slide, one single mistake, like nothing. Everything was like perfect. The strategy, my pit stops, the driving, the overtaking, everything. I was like 4 hours perfect racing. And then, okay, it's P3 because 2 of the guys, they somehow, I don't know, refilled in a mid-air or something, no idea how they pulled that off. And had 1 pit stop less and finished in front of me. Okay, it's P3. But I mean, this was a perfect thing. So I think this is what I try to aim for. Like, and in this case, not having a stupid spin like I did. But okay. You had a perfect scene. Really, you did a good job. Yeah.
Well, perfect. Almost.
Yeah, I would say perfect.
I was a bit too nice sometimes. I let a few guys by where I didn't want to let them by.
No, I think it was good. Actually, on the contrary, because if I would have to pick one thing, I would say like the situation with the Urano guy was too dangerous and basically a mistake, because I either close it or leave it open. But you didn't do one of it, and that led to a very dangerous situation. Could have been also like a stupid spin with damage, something like this for that. And And we know that we knew that they are much faster and they are going for any possibility they have. So this was not really surprising. So I think this was the only, which I consider for me, like when I review this, I thought like this was a close call and basically a mistake. But anything else? Maybe you failed by driving. Yeah, maybe once you went a bit wide somewhere. But this is like really small bullshit stuff. And otherwise, I don't think you went somewhere. Because, you know, basically all the guys who passed us were quite a bit fast. I mean, definitely a pace we cannot like go with them for like 10 or more laps or something. Maybe 1-2 laps in the slipstream or so, but not for 10 or more laps. And when they are that much faster, and also in your stint till the very end, there was like a group of guys quite close behind you, like 3.5 seconds, 4.5 seconds, 5.5 seconds. Like
Stefan Cruz or something.
And I didn't tell that. I didn't told you because there was not the situation coming up, but it was.
I was watching that all the time.
Yeah, and this, if you would have started to like kind of fight with somebody or yeah, defend a bit or something, I would have pointed out it's like, of course you can hold him up for a little bit longer, but it will cost time and the 4 or 5 guys will catch up and then shit is happening.
Yeah, the Urana guy didn't cost that much time, I think.
Therefore,
well, if it would have hit me, it would, but...
If there's like a 30-second gap to the rear, then yeah, you can like fight a little bit. Like I did with one guy, we did some side by side, but this is because I knew there was nobody coming from behind anymore. But
the problem was I got a bit annoyed because he started flashing on the straight when he was a second behind me.
Yeah.
And I thought, fuck you.
Yeah, they all do that.
Yeah.
But it's exactly, that's the thing, it annoys me also, but by now I try really to completely ignore it. Especially these kinds of situations, when they start to flash, when they are nowhere near in a position to make any move or something.
Yeah.
And it's just to irritate you, to annoy you, to unsettle you, and to provoke you to do something which you normally would not. And this is why they are doing it. And if you basically look at it and let it affect you, it's working. So the best thing is to completely ignore them until they are really like on your back and you know that basically they can dive bomb you any corner. Then you have to really pay attention and decide what you do, like leave the door open or like shut it down and make clear like no, you have to wait. Otherwise it's stupid. I flash also a lot, but only when it makes sense. Like in the multi-class racing, I flash like almost constantly, but it's because it's in a moment where you come by and you let them know, okay, look, I'm going to dive bomb you now because you're dive bombing a lot in multi-class, braking on the inside off race line next to somebody. And this is just to let them know, like, not to overlook you or not thinking of you, because sometimes you're much faster, right? So they don't expect you to be there already where you are. So, but then it has a purpose. You flash to let them know, okay, look, I'm going for it. If you close the door, we are going to have an accident because I'm going to be on the inside. And but I only do this if I really try to go for it, and not like you and you said, like half a second behind flashing. What are you going to do a second behind?
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah. But so many, or I think it's most of the fast guys, they get used to doing this just to, I don't know, ask for their right of way or something. No idea.
Yeah.
If you start defending and both of you are getting slowed down, then I understand that they would start flashing around because it's annoying for them too. And that I understand. But to do it before they are even close to somebody, That's just bullshit. For me, for example, I normally, like like we had several really fast guys closing in from behind, I don't really fight them. The first decent corner where it's suitable, I run a bit wide and they go, and that's it. Because it's the fastest for them, it's the fastest for me too. And there's no need normally to flash me a lot. And if they start doing that like long time ahead, then I'm also getting a bit pissed. The problem is if you get affected by that and annoyed and start kind of, you know, doing like irritating moves or pissed moves, then it's just getting more dangerous for everybody. Well, anyway, who disliked my video?
Can't you see that?
No, I don't see that. Do I see that? I don't think so. Do I see it?
I think you can see who liked the video.
Really?
Let me see.
Where do I see this? But I'm going. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Next race, we don't know. Next race, something, somewhere, probably some practice sessions. Hope you liked it and see you next time. Bye bye. We are going to flush out the guy who disliked the video now.